Hello, everyone. Welcome to another special edition of Brace for Impact. It's Brace for Impact Extras, episode 13. On the far side, as always, is Parks. Good morning to you. In the middle, very special guest. It's F6tal. Welcome, F6tal.
Woo!
Hey,
Amazing.
How you
Yeah.
doing?
fine.
It's a very
So,
early morning for us, just so everybody's aware. This is a morning edition
yes,
episode, just so we can fit in with the.
this is also edition where Benny cannot tell time.
Yeah,
Apparently, is what's happened. But
perfect.
I want to get into uh, the questions, and I want to start at the very beginning of your career, right? Which is, I want to say 2018, right? And you played for a few teams around there, Evasive Esports, Team Viral, Team Monolith. What was it like at the start of your competitive CS career?
Okay, Monolith Female was my starting point in professional Counter-Strike. Teams before, like you say, Viral and Avenue,
Yeah.
more. Before were just groups of friends with same goals, and we just playing CS.
Amazing.
And
Parks, do you
Hmm?
want to ask the next question? You want to ask the next
Oh,
question?
sorry. I mean, it's early. So you go from playing on these teams with groups of friends, and then you kind of gets okay. Now we're getting a little bit more serious with it. We're getting better as a team. It's still early days, of course, 2018, 2019. So no COVID yet. What was it like traveling to tournaments like Copenhagen Games back in before all the restrictions kind of came through and these tournaments kind of disappeared?
Copenhagen Games was my first Eurolan. It was a really cool experience for me. I was so excited to travel and compete at this level. I wanna say big thank you to Monolith Gaming because they believe in us.
Yeah,
He gave us this opportunity to be when when I be right now.
right.
I I had a smile when you mentioned the Copenhagen Games because I'm like, God, I missed that land. That was such a big land. You had teams from, I mean, what was it like it really to be in a setting where you had teams from Russia, Europe, America,
Yeah.
China, like everywhere. Teams from Australia flew in there to
Mhm.
just get to play against those caliber teams. Did you always think going in that I know it was your first land, but did you always think going in that it was one of those things where like you think you could handle what those teams were gonna or how those teams were gonna play, or was it just like, hey, we see how good we are, and if we can beat a lot of these teams, then great.
Mm, I don't know what I'm feeling. Cause,
It
cause
was
I
4 years
I
ago,
just
to be fair.
I just I remember I'm just playing in game what I love, and I try to do my best on this first LAN. Uh, uh, it's all I think.
Do you remember what place you got? What you were where you were in the
Uh,
standings?
like fifth or something like this.
Wow. Okay, that's still pretty good.
Not bad, but it's
Oh.
not good at all.
So you come out of that tournament. Obviously, unfortunately, the pandemic happens, uh, and you form a team that is called No Fear Five, or becomes known as No Fear Five. Um, what was it like competing? Because these are players that were on No Fear Five, a lot of which are still competing with today, and they competed with a long time. So, what was it like or how did the team form, and then what were the early competitions like?
Uh, Core of team was formed by players of Plan B, and I got invitation to the captain of this captain role of this team. We training a lot, always we in top places of competition. So we just I don't know. I just got invitation. So
what was it like entering those early cup? Because a lot of the times, like where I know No Fear 5 was those ambush invitational cups, which were all online cups. I mean, everything was online. So, what were those competitions like for you competing in the online cups?
Mm, like I say, we train it a lot and do what we can do. I don't know. And try to do our best and take all places we can take. I don't know how to say this one. Um, but we always playing well. What I remember, and we always have top places of competitions.
So you guys pretty much throughout the entire, well, as soon as No Fear 5 formed, you were like, okay, any single tournament we can get our hands on, any games we can play, we're there. We're gonna do as much as possible because we want to show we mean business, and we want to to put our name forward as a really good team.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that because I know at least over in North America we don't have many tournaments. So like the teams that you get a handle on the teams pretty quickly because it's like, okay, there's like set 2 or 3 tournaments that they play and that's it. That's all they have. Whereas I know over in Europe, like we've got what is it, the Angel Cup? I want to say, Benny. It's the very Russian led
The
one.
Fast Cup.
Fast Cup. That's
The
what it is.
Fast
Sorry.
Cup. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Fast Cups. You've got ESL Impact now, but back then I'm guessing you had just the Ambush Cups. Um,
Yeah.
Everything like that. So I mean I like that of just like, hey, listen, if we got a tournament coming up this weekend, let's do it. Oh, hey, we have a tournament starting Wednesday. We're there. Oh, it's just a 1 day tournament Thursday. Like we're gonna be there. So that's really cool. I like that. Just the constant grind. Did you find as you kind of was there? I don't know if there was a lot of swapping during it, but like, did you find it was hard to keep up with old teammates like Utopia, like Nastia, kind of throughout this, where everything
Mm.
was go go go? How do you keep up with your old teammates?
I'm still with good friendship with Utopia. And we even play it in team in Valorant when I play Valorant. uh, so with I haven't talked with Nastya or any teammates like mm, who is Neuroleptica or something. What for a long time, but I know they are doing great. It's all good with them.
It's cool. And you said you just mentioned there that you had a little time in Valorant. Did you like try and play competitively in Valorant, or was it just kind of like, hey, this is a new game, let's have fun with this?
Yeah, it's I'm playing in competitive because I can talk about this a little bit
Yeah.
late, I
Okay.
think. So
Yeah. I think everybody had tried their hand at Valorant when it came out because there was just 2021. There was just nothing for the women's scene. Like,
yeah,
in,
it's true.
I mean, in North America there was nothing. In Europe there was nothing. It was literally just wondering what is going to happen to the scene. I wanted to ask uh, a question about another player you played with because I don't think a lot of people know that you actually played with 23.
Hmm.
Although I think back then she just went by the name 20. Um, very early on in her career. So, what was she like as a very early player when you played with her?
Uh, only only what I can say about she, because she was a young talent and had big ambitions, and she always work hard and a lot. I think it's all.
That's interesting to hear because I remember Vilga in an interview said that she was very shy and that
Yeah.
she didn't know if competing was like going to be her future. So,
And then she ends up on Nigma, and the rest is history, I guess. You put it that
yeah.
way. Um, what So we talk about 2021. There
Mhm.
was basically nothing there, and then 2022 comes around, and we get the announcement that there's going to be Impact. Impact has its first season. What was it like coming into that and just going like, oh my goodness, all of a sudden there's this huge tournament that promises lands, promises to be there for a few years. Like was it what were your feelings towards those? Like was it just nice to have another tournament? Was it like, oh, thank goodness, finally somebody's like putting time into the women's scene?
Mhm. In 2021, after DreamHack, I got kicked from No Fear.
Oh,
I still don't know why, but I have kicked. And there are no more tournaments. Scene was dying because of COVID and another maybe, I don't know, because another reasons maybe.
yeah.
No one was interested in female scene. I made a decision to try myself in Valorant, and I play competitions in Valorant. It's all be fine.
Yeah.
But as soon as we knew about new super opportunity from UCL, we believed in reincarnation of CS female scene. And I want to say big thank you for UCL Impact for this opportunity and their huge work they do it.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. I think that's echoed as well by a lot of players. Just I know in North America we had at the time CLG Red, and that was it. All the other teams had gone over the Valorant, and
Yeah.
now we don't even have enough spots in the league for all of them. I mean, we have at least 2 to 3 teams every season that just fail to qualify. So, um, was that? But that was I want to say that was an immediate decision, or was it? Did it take some time to make when they announced that Impact was coming? Was it immediately? I'm going back to CS. I want to play CS, or was it? I got to think about if I want to continue down Valorant, or no, it's over. I'm coming back to CS.
Yeah, it's for me just be like I want to play CS. I don't want to play Valorant because my career starts in Counter Strike, and I want to uh, have. I want to take a trophy.
Yeah.
I love
So
that.
uh, Valorant can't wait.
Do you imagine yourself going back to Valorant kind of towards it? Like, let's say you win a trophy in CS, and it's kind of, eh, you, I don't want to say you necessarily feel behind the times or anything, but like you feel like your CS career is kind of winding down. Do you feel like, yeah, I might switch back to Valorant and try and win a cup there as well? Is that something that might, in the back of your mind, you might want to do? Let's say 10 years down the line, like super future.
I don't know what I can do after Counter Strike, so yeah, maybe I can back again to Valorant and compete here, but mm, I don't know. Maybe no. Maybe I don't go. Maybe I don't go to Valorant.
Yeah.
I just maybe uh I can be somewhere in Counter Strike, but not like a player. Maybe like
Coach or something.
yeah, just like that.
Got to see Fatal on all the television cameras as a talent, just hosting every Counter Strike. Man. Uh, no, you mentioned that you got kicked from No Fear 5. You end up on a team called MVP, or Most Valuable Players. Um, and then you had to play No Fear 5 in the Cash Cup, and you actually played him twice in
Yeah.
the finals. I don't know if you played him more. I didn't look at every bracket, but I did see that you played them twice in the Cash Cup finals, beat them both times. What was it like to play against your old team? And then eventually, when did the decision to rejoin them come about?
Uh, it's was nothing special to play against them, except I had extra good feelings winning when I winning them. And decision to rejoin them was not easy because MVP team was close to sign a contract with good organization.
Right.
But something went wrong, and everything fell apart. So after this, I decided to accept invitation for my old team, and we got signed by Nine Pandas Fearless.
and that's been how it has been ever since. Like, now you've gone to a bunch of lands for Impact. Um, I mean, you look at that and you just say, nine Pandas Fearless. They're you guys are one of the best teams in Europe for sure. I mean, you've gone to lands. What's the plan moving forward to push higher up in the standings? Because you've got Nigma above you, and right now you got Navi Javelin's kind of above you in the standings. And like, what are you guys doing to try and get above them in the standings and just like you know um play harder for yourselves and like get that winning strategy that'll get you as number one.
Plan is very obvious, to work hard and keep improving day after day, and so on. It's all.
Do you find you're like picking up on things with them as well as how they play, and like there's a little bit of cat and mouse that happens now because you guys have had so many chances to play against each other in competitions?
Excuse me, I don't understand the question,
So
sorry.
constant back and forth between you guys. Do you feel like you're learning how they play a lot, like,
Ah,
and are able
uh,
to like pick up on that and play better against them as a result?
we just have a plan. We just need to mm, improve ourselves and improve our team play. And I hope our coach know what we need do to take this fight after these teams. And I hope we can win win they in one time.
100%.
I actually forgot to write this question down. I apologize.
It's all good.
I'm a mess this episode. But you mentioned your coach, and I believe that's Tony Black now.
Mhm.
What's it like working with him, given the history that he had performing at majors?
Uh, after we have kick our coach like Rex, we have Tony Black in our roster, so we have another plan. We starting to training another way. We have more. Maybe we have become more serious or something.
Okay.
Maybe we uh, I don't know. It's really, really hard to say.
Like dedicated. Like
Yeah,
dedicated may be the word, right? So
yeah.
I like that. You mentioned you know that you're trying to just work hard and plan for beating Nigma and Navi and the likes, and you mentioned that you wanted to win a trophy. Are there any other goals that you have that you want to achieve in Counter Strike long term, whether they take 3, 5 years?
Mm, it's still the same. I want to be best female team in Counter Strike, but maybe in future we can compete after versus male team, and maybe we have a good chance to do our best and show them we can compete versus them.
That's awesome. Sorry, just one quick question about the coaching. I forgot about this until now. When you guys were at Dallas, you had Supra as your coach, who I believe
Yeah.
stays in NA. How was that as just kind of like, you have a ringer coach come in? Um, was there a lot of communication there of just like, hey, this is what we were used to, this is what we were doing with our coach, and then him just kind of helping things along, or like how did that come about?
Uh, because our coach Rex don't have a visa issues, we need to find another coach like in
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 NA.
LAN.
Yeah.
Yeah, in LAN, and we find him. We find Supra, and he be always with us, like in Prax. Uh, and and a lot of things on team. So he always help us in LAN. He trying to improve us, help us on everything what going on, like situation or something.
Yeah, y'all played well at Dallas. I know that. I know results didn't go your way, but you were always very difficult to beat for a lot of teams. So, um, that's it was great seeing you there, I gotta say. So, one last, I guess it's not really a question, Fatal. It's more just, is there anyone? The floor is yours, as Parks always says. Is there anyone you want to thank or anybody that you want to give a special mention to? Go ahead and do so.
Uh, yeah, I want to say a huge thank you everyone who support me, my team, female scene, and Counter Strike. So guys, you're amazing. Thank you.
Of course. That is going to wrap up this episode, though. Thank you so much for joining us, and again, we apologize for our tardiness. We're not great with
Yeah,
timing,
that's not
apparently, it
bad.
turns out.
All good.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for spending your afternoon with us. And we'll definitely we'll keep an eye on you with the rest of your team in Valencia. I know I'm going to be in Valencia watching, so that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, thank you so much, and that is episode 13. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.